Well, first of all, thank you very much for coming along this afternoon, and I really appreciate you giving us some time. I'd like to make a couple of remarks and then very happy to open it up for any questions that you've got. You know, it has been such an extraordinary time in this airline, and I reflect it's almost coming to the end of my 7th week, and I can vividly recall when we made the decision on literally my first day, happened to be Sunday the 2nd of February, to make the decision to pull out of Shanghai. So as you can appreciate, since that time I've been focused on ensuring that Air New Zealand has the very best chance of coming out on the other side of the impact of COVID-19. I'm pretty sure the airline's going to be a little bit smaller than what it was before we went in, because there'll be a little bit of time before demand returns. So I've got about 30 minutes to chat with you today, and then I've got to leave because, as you can imagine, we've got a lot happening at the moment, and I'll be meeting with more of my team to discuss actions that we'll be taking. A few perspectives that I'd like to share with you. Firstly, I want to thank our customers. What a trying time it's been as we have pared back our schedule pretty regularly over the last 7 weeks, and you can imagine if you're travelling either domestically or particularly even internationally, how difficult that's been to see that literally every few days we're changing our schedules in light of what's going on. So our call centres, our customer care centres are having to deal with that, and for all our customers I just want to say thank you. Thanks for your patience. We understand, and we're doing our very best to look after you. Secondly, to our 12,500 Air New Zealanders, what an awesome job you are doing at this point in what is really unprecedented conditions for us. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for what you're doing to not only look after our customers, but look after yourselves as we deal with this. Lastly, I would like to appreciate our stakeholders, and especially the 4 unions that represent 8,000 of our staff. You know, over this week I've spent a lot of time sitting down with ETU, with AMEA, with our pilot unions, and working through how we're going to make good constructive decisions together over the next few weeks. You'll be aware also that today we've announced that we've secured a loan facility up to $900 million from the government. And I'd like to say that government and Treasury have been terrific as we've worked through this over the last week. There's been plenty of long days and long nights and working through weekends, but it's been very positive, and we've negotiated this loan on commercial terms, which you've seen. And naturally, I'll be happy to speak some more about that in our Q&A. And finally, to set some context for our conversation, it's important to ground ourselves in Air New Zealand over the next few months. You know, we were operating 3,600 flights a week. That's going to fall to below 1,500 over the next few weeks. So this business looks different, feels different to the one that it was 7 weeks ago, and it's likely to be that way over the next few months. We do have a responsibility, obviously, to move people around the country, and we take that very seriously, as we do with any repatriation efforts working through with the government, and obviously cargo.